Happy Friday, Ronchar Ranchers. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. We did. I want to say thank you so much for making Giving Tuesday such a huge success. We actually ended up going over our goal. So at this point, we are at a little over $6,500 for our emergency medical fund. And a couple of people have contacted me that they are still mailing checks in. So that number is going to go even higher. But thank you so much for everybody that donated. You are making such a huge difference in the Louie's life in case of an emergency, and all of the residents, future residents of the rescue as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Can always count on you guys. You guys always come in spades, and it's amazing, and it truly warms my heart that you support the mission and the horses like you do. As for Louie, we did go ahead and ordered the supplements. So they actually shipped out today. Hopefully they will be here soon so that we can start him on his new treatment plan. So he will be eating now alfalfa pellets twice a day, whereas normally he just has his grain, or feed I should say, once a day. And that's really just to get his aquiox so that he'll eat it. So now he's going to be fed alfalfa pellets twice a day. He's going to be on a host of supplements from Immunobine, I believe is how you say the company's name, as well as some trace minerals from KIS. So fingers crossed, hooves crossed, everything crossed that this makes him better. He is very, very stiff at the moment. He still is like a trooper going out and moving around, but he does, his mobility is definitely limited at this point. So please send good thoughts his way that this treatment plan works. Because quite honestly, I do not know where to go from here. You know, I'm not willing to give up on him. I just want him as comfortable as he can be. You know, he doesn't need to be 100% sound. He just needs to be a heck of a lot more comfortable than he is right now. And he really needs to have, stop having his, mild seizures and what I'm calling headaches. Where his head obviously just hurts. So that is the goal with everything. Quality of life and making him comfortable. So like I said, please send some positive thoughts his way that his body is able to heal and that we are not too far along in this insidious disease, and that we can reverse the damage that has been done. Other than that, you can see he's been, it's kind of hard for you guys to see, but he's been rolling in the mud, and he's got a little belly on him, and his coat is absolutely beautiful, ready for the winter. Other than that, he and Roni seem to have buddied up when they go out in the pasture. I told you guys a couple weeks ago that we did close off the fourth pasture because of hunting season. So they are on the big second pasture and the smaller third pasture. And they kind of split up. Roni and him hang out in one place on one side, and Charlie roams around, and Chase is usually on the third pasture. So it's nice to see that that Roni and him are palling up. I think a lot has to do with it is that Roni is super, super timid. He is not aggressive at all. And Louie feels comfortable with him because he knows that he's not going to go after him. Whereas Charlie, to his credit, understands that something is wrong with Louie, and he is ever so gentle with him. I mean, he could really do some damage to him, and Charlie doesn't. He, if he wants him to move, he literally just touches his bum with his nose, and moves him that way. Whereas with the other horses, he's much more forceful. Let me put it that way. But that's just the beauty of Charlie. He totally gets it. They're so in tune with who is not feeling well and who can handle normal herd behavior and who needs to be, dialed back a little bit so as not to hurt them. So that's really all that has been going on this week. As you may have guessed, most of my efforts have been going towards gearing up towards Giving Tuesday. So I get to breathe. I get to breathe and spend more time with the horses. Fundraising is obviously a necessity, and it takes a lot of work. And because of that work, it does take time away from the horses, where I'd much rather be with the horses, hanging out and, trying to do my best to make Louie feel better. So I'm glad that I get to take a breath and get to enjoy the boys as we get closer to the holidays. So that's really it for me, guys. Thank you once again for all of your support. And next week, we are going to do it on a Saturday so that you guys can actually see Louie and he doesn't look like a dark blob. So we're going to switch to Saturday mornings so that hopefully by the time that we do it, it's probably going to be around 10 o'clock. They'll be out on the back pasture so that so we can see them in the good light and just see a little bit more and get a different view versus constantly being in the barn. So everyone, have a wonderful week. Have a nice weekend. And I will talk to you next Saturday. Thanks, Roan Shot Ranchers. Be well.